Yeah, might as well. We might as well just go ahead and start the live while we, just kicking. You always say that,
Anyway, yeah.
uh-huh, while we just kicking it before we even get everything started. Just go ahead and yeah, because like basic general information like that is definitely necessary, and like you said, B, you know, just watching like you said, just watching it all play. Like you on a sinking ship. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And you
yeah.
just dancing and partying and ignoring all the signs, the alarms going off and all that.
I mean, because it's almost impossible for a person to comprehend what real hard times are if you haven't been through that. If you haven't really missed a meal, not because you was on a diet or because you was fasting, but you missed that meal because you didn't have nothing to eat, then your perspective on food insecurity that's sweeping the nation, meaning people not being able to have enough money to buy the proper amount of food to consume for themselves or their family. When you see that and you've been in them shoes, then it hit a little different from just hearing, you know what I'm saying? And again, we haven't, most of us we haven't seen hard times, bro. Our grandparents did, our great grandparents did, the children of the depression, but those people dead. Ain't nobody that experienced that still living. So we don't have the roadmap, nor do we have the skills those people had back then to get through, them hard times that they experienced. So yeah, it's a frightening prospect um, to think that you may have to hunt for food one day and you ain't never been hunting in your life.
Mm,
You ain't never been to the country. Some of us, you don't know nothing but city and concrete. You don't know nothing about tracking no animal, trapping no animal.
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if things continue to play out, I mean, it may come to that because we've already seen through movie after movie, it's plenty novels that the store is not gonna hold. Even those of us that's prepared that are prepared, that's not gonna hold for the duration.
Yeah, no, that's facts. And dang, when you said movie, it made me think of Leave the World Behind, and I was supposed to remember I was supposed to do the video. We supposed to do the video on that, but we gonna do that. We gonna do the video on that. Leave the World Behind. It's gonna be next. But yeah, like all of this is gonna lead up to the video that we're gonna do about Leave the World Behind for real, because like this is all the basically the stuff that we've been talking about, and it's crazy. Like it's kind of like we visualized everything before it even happened, and then as we slowly see it happen, it's like yeah, well, we've been saying this like oh
It ain't
man.
it ain't just us. It's just again, you can't you can't deal with the physical without dealing with the non-physical or the spiritual. This country has been on a spiritual path for a long time. Again, we are in a country where right is wrong, up is down, and down is up. Right is left, and left is right. Everything is inverted or backwards. So when you have a situation like that where it's more dark than light, it's only one way thing can go. In physics, you have a concept called the point of no return, which means that once an object has went past a certain point, it can't come back upright. It got to follow that course. That's where we at as a country. That's where we at as a society. Uh, if the children are the future, like Whitney Houston has said, look at the Look at the children. I
Mm.
mean, yeah, look at the children, bro. I mean, we again, wisdom is not valued, knowledge is not valued, buffoonery is. So when you have that kind of setup, it can't be nothing but destruction. When as the Bible say, men have become lovers of themselves, i.e. the self. Yeah, when that's the altar that you worship, what else can happen but a crash? Because again, the
Hey,
Most
hold
High got to bring this down. So yeah, ain't no stopping it. All you can do is get yourself ready, and it's gonna keep signs gonna keep coming until
Hey,
till it.
no, not right now. Not right now. My fault, babe. Boy got this daggone drag dinosaur. He ready to go crazy. Nah, I think, like, nah, hold on, bro. You gonna have to wait a second on that.
Bro, you good?
Go up there on the up there
Chilling.
and play.
Yeah, we just
Nah,
chilling.
but yeah, you right though. Like just to watch all this stuff, you know, it's like y'all better start getting prepared. Well, if y'all ain't been start getting prepared now, bro,
Bro,
like it's
it's
already
almost
too
too
late.
late. It's too late.
It's too
You know
late.
what I'm saying? It's too late. If you haven't, you know, thought about, having some excess food in your house, or something like that, look at the weather. I'm in Texas. We finna get our little whatever it's supposed to do tonight, going into Monday, and the rest of the country. So all the people that didn't buy food or didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Start preparing.
yeah. So there is a such thing as it being too late. So, at this point, man, everybody got to just accept responsibility and accountability for themselves. You can't say you don't know. It's impossible to say. If you say you don't know, it's only because you in denial. You can't say you don't know when people are paying never before prices for food and energy and rent and car notes and car insurance and phone bills. Come on, man. Come on now. Ain't you can't nobody say that they don't know or can't feel or feel it, feel the change. So, you know,
Yeah.
my focus is on people who have a and not just my focus. My focus really is on me and mine and those of like mind. You know what I'm saying? Try to be a source of encouragement and an example. Talking about, I ain't telling you to do something I don't do, but on that level, everybody else, man, you cannon fodder, and that's how it's supposed to be. It was written that it was gonna be a lot of cannon fodder. It was already written that it was only gonna be a remnant saved. So, hey, can't change that. It is what it is. So
hmm
all we can do as aware individuals is make sure that we not cannon fodder. That's it. That's all. That's it.
Which a lot of most of them are. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That mean that, and that's just the reality, bro. And ain't nothing we can do about it. Only
Word.
thing, only thing we can do is make sure that we go by water. Make sure that we get cans. Make sure that we get the things that we need in whatever particular area of the country that we live in, and have a way to protect it. And that's that.
Yeah. And even if you can't, even
John here. Elon Musk just
oh,
shared a
snap,
video.
my fault. Yeah, and even if you can't, like actually go out and get it, like have the means and know how to actually produce it. I mean, whether it being vegetables and stuff like that, like it's not hard to actually build a greenhouse and build some green, like like a little garden. It's not hard to do it. You know, it take of course with everything it takes time and it takes patience. It takes, trials and errors, but it's not impossible to be done. So like the fact that we still depend on having to get fresh fruit from the markets and stuff like that just shows us where we're at in a society, and in that mind state. If anything crashes, nobody's gonna know how to provide no for themselves. Nobody's gonna know how to actually produce some vegetables or know the difference between what mushrooms to get and what mushrooms not to get.
Right. Yep. So that's just what it is,
You
man.
you can actually farm mushrooms. Like it's not mushrooms is something that grows naturally without no chemicals and miracle grow and all that stuff. That joint grows naturally. But yeah, this when you was talking about the migrants and stuff, like was this video instantly popped in my head, and it's off of TikTok. It's a TikTok video. I don't even know the person name. I just was, going through the wormhole as usual, and once I found that joint, I was like, oh, I gotta save it because I know I'm not gonna remember. I know I'm not gonna remember it later.
Right.
So let me save this video. Okay, so the video is from the dude Double G. That's his name, Double G Stowe. S Sito, whatever the heck. I don't even know what the heck this joint says. But we just gonna call him Double G. Yeah, I mean, so salute to Double G for bringing this to everybody's knowledge.
New York City, Rule 2.13
Is that loud or do I need cut down? Let me know.
It sound all right to me.
Alright.
Isolation and Quarantine Procedures, published November 22nd, 2023. Let's talk about in New York. The government now has legal authority to remove residents from their homes and force them into quarantine camps. There is no age restriction. Children could be removed from their homes without parental consent. They do not need to warn citizens when they are coming or how long they must be quarantined. You will be required to take any tests, any steps the state mandates, including taking medications against your will. There is no
Like, you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff that they're actually putting in play while we're just sitting here talking about Cat Williams. Yeah, I mean, salute to Cat. Yeah, I mean, he had a great interview. But this is how they distract us with just pushing all that out there. Oh, look what this person said about this person. And the whole time this is being played. This is being put in play. This right here. What he said is not being pushed back. It's not like not being pushed by the media, not being pushed by our fellow peers. None of that. Like we're not even to the average person. What he's talking about could sound crazy. Like nah, they not doing that. They would never do nothing like that. But every history always repeats itself, and this is not brand new. All right, let's hold on. I gotta go back. I gotta go back to that.
published November 22nd, 2023.
And this, you see what he said? Published November 22nd, 2023, which was like literally like a couple months ago.
Let's talk about in New York. The government now has legal authority to remove residents from their homes and force them into quarantine camps. There is no age restriction. Children could be removed from their homes without parental consent. They do not need to warn citizens when they are coming or how long they must be quarantined. You will be required to take any tests, any steps the state mandates, including taking medications against your will. There is no due process, no court hearing, no none of that. They can do what they want. This is what's going on while we sitting up here online talking about these celebrities, talking about P. Diddy and all this stuff that's going on with Cassie. You got men and women, you got all these women on here telling men what's feminine about what they doing, talking about, oh, men wear jewelry, that's feminine. Why are men complaining about going 50-50 in a relationship? This is the type of stuff that's going on while we're being distracted by bullshit.
Hold on,
Because
bro.
none of that stuff is important. The so-called black man and black woman. When are y'all gonna get it? We're being played. We're being used, manipulated. Okay? They're using us against each other. Y'all, how y'all don't get this? I don't get it. How y'all don't get this? It's frustrating to come on here. I'm scrolling, chilling, and I keep seeing men and women beefing, men and women beefing, men and women. I don't even know why that stuff pop up on my page. I don't even like those type of posts on my page. So why does it keep popping up on my page? But at the end of the day, like I said, this is what's going on. They can come in our cribs at will and snatch our children, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, it was a lady, they muted her video. I got sick, bro. I don't get sick like that. I ain't been sick in 3 years. Got sick for 5 days. Lost wild weight, 15 pounds, all that because I couldn't eat. She said something about them activating these 5Gs and the radiation, these cell phones. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's another thing right there. Like, when like I said, when stuff really hit the fans, like there's not be able to go to no hospitals and stuff. So it's like, what do people do to counteract that? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause a lot of us ain't reading. They're not reading no books. They're not getting no medical books to try to become uh a herbalist, you know what I'm saying, to learn how to use herbs to heal. So like a lot of people ain't doing that. So it's like people still think that them little shots and stuff is actually doing something for that COVID-19. I don't want them to flag my stuff. So it's like people lost, bruh. People is lost in the sauce out here.
Yeah. I found it November 22nd. That was the day before Thanksgiving. So if you know anything about police or SWAT, the day before Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, day
Mm.
after, those are the days that they like to hit because those are the days that most people or felons can be found at the house. A lot of them, because you want to go see mom or whatever. But saying that to say, I found that date that they published the rule uh, was the day before Thanksgiving, and two with the displacement because ultimately that's what it is. They're displacing the residents, and they know that the people not gonna go willingly. You had I forget the group name, but the Guardian Angels. I think that's the name of the group. Anyway, they were protesting migrants that had been that had taken over a old people home, an elderly home, and they ran a map out of there. So beta tests like that lets the system know that the people just not going to accept it. So boom, fast forward. Not only they already paying their rent and giving them all these, benefits when they get here, but they are actually now taking public assistance and went past to sleeping in the airports and sleeping at the police station. Now we're just gonna take the school. See, again, when it's designed, when you see stuff like that going on, that's by design. So once we get to schools, Elon Musk just said they coming for your homes. How they gonna get your homes? By getting you up out the home and sending you to quarantine. See, you gotta understand the big play. Can't get caught up in the, oh man, they can do this. You gotta look at why they doing it. Because these folks gonna need somewhere to stay. See,
Hmm.
again, we coming into a time where you're gonna have to give up something for what you say you believe in. We're gonna find out who believe in what in these coming days. We're gonna find out who got faith and who don't in these coming days. Yeah,
Hmm.
we already in the thousands. Companies are laying off left and right. We ain't even 2 weeks in good shit. We still got 11 more months to go.
People sitting
Meanwhile,
playing.
yeah, huh?
Yeah, I said, meanwhile, people just sitting around playing.
Oh, let them play. The again, the book say, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the end. And what was they doing in Noah time? They was partying and kicking and having kickbacks and life is good and YOLOing and all the rest of it. So she, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna, yeah, real talk because that's where we are. That's where we at. See, those of us that's aware, you're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to learn where we need to spend our time and our energy because that energy gonna be needed for other things. See, after a while, ain't nobody gonna have time to be on YouTube.
Hmm.
And that's what people don't see. People don't even understand how far reaching this AI thing is on the internet already. You don't even know if that's a real person that's uploading content nowadays. You don't even know if that's a real person that's making a comment in that live chat nowadays.
Sh- Man, my wife just sent me a video of this daggone little android robot boxing, and I was like, oh man, that's the end of humanity right there. That's the end of humanity right there, bro.
So, you know, only thing that we can do again is make sure that we are prepared and, provide information to those that's interested. If not, shoot, I mean, I'm almost certain that during Christ's time, the disciples spent a lot of time talking amongst themselves because it wasn't who else you gonna talk to?
Hmm.
Who else gonna vibrate on? Who else gonna resonate with this? Again, you ain't been through nothing. And it's just all fun and games. If all your life, every time you hit the light switch, the light came on. I can't get mad at you if I can't get mad at a person who, if all their life, every time they touch the switch, the light came on. I can't get upset if they don't believe that lights can actually be cut off.
Word.
That lights have actually been cut off. I can't get mad at that. Why? Because that ain't been the experience.
Hmm.
But you know, it's gonna be bad for one who it's one thing not to experience something, but still have the information to function or make it through said experience if you happen to go through.
Yeah, bro. Real talk. I had to
It's always
explain
good
that
to
to the
have a
kids.
backup call.
Had to explain that to the kids. Let them know, like, look, bro, like you only got lights on because yeah, me and your mother paid a bill and stuff like that. Let me and your mother not pay this bill, bro. Yeah, these lights going out, and then y'all gonna be standing around looking around like, yo, what are we supposed to be doing? What am I? I can't get on the internet. I can't do nothing. My phone, I can't charge my phone. Like,
Man, say, but yeah, bro,
so
I'm gonna
yeah,
let
I had to have that talk with them, like, bro, yeah. It gets real when these lights go out. Let you know that now.
you go. I mean, you got people in the country right now that don't have power,
Hmm.
um, due to the storm. Um, and a lot of people they experiencing either they patting themselves on the back for being prepared or they cursing at themselves for not being prepared.
Shh. No.
So,
Okay. Wait. Later. I'm doing the live. Go back over there.
but that's the objective for that rule. And again, if that rule is legit, let's just say it's gonna play there. If that rule is legit, right? What
Hmm.
does that say? What does that say about the populace? About a populace that will lay down and accept it.
Shh. What that say about the
So,
ones that
so,
won't lay
so,
down and accept it?
so, so what I'm saying is that goes back to what we was talking about earlier. How we are a softened generation.
Hmm.
The sooner people can accept that, then the sooner that they could probably start to do something really about it.
Right.
We soft, we soft, bro. We are under a full scale, for all intents and purposes, invasion.
Hmm. Nah.
And
Real talk. Real talk.
and
Like
these individuals that's coming, they come from hard times what they
hard
done came up
times.
in. They done
Yeah.
came up in that while you got your fake beard and your Jordans on.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dang, you said the fake bed thing. That just reminded me. I was telling my wife about the guy that I seen. He was getting his stretch marks tattooed, and I'm like, bruh, like what is wrong with like this is the guys that we gotta worry about defending us, bruh. People that's gonna worry
Nah,
about more about their
them folks,
stretch marks.
they man, people like that are gonna be, bro. When I say it's gonna be collateral damage, it's gonna cannon fodder. I'm not. That's not a figure of speech.
Right.
Individuals, individuals like that, they gonna be gone within the first month. Say, for instance, the country was hit with an EMP right now.
Mm,
Individuals like that, they gonna be gone within the first 30 days. First 30 days. People like that gonna already be gone. Why? Because you're not gonna have nowhere to go, but you're gonna have to go somewhere. And
mm-hmm.
what you gonna do? You're gonna get on the highway, just like they did at
Just like they
Katrina.
did it. Yeah.
The highway's gonna be gridlocked. You're gonna run out of gas. Then you ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't
Mm,
gonna have no cash on hand.
mm-hmm.
So you ain't gonna be able to access whatever money that you might have had in the bank. Yeah, so what you gonna do? You probably ain't got a firearm,
Man,
but
they
I'm just
ain't
saying,
gonna know how to
I'm
change
just
a
saying,
tire if the tire blow,
I'm
bro.
just saying, I'm just saying. So people like that, you don't even have to worry about those individuals. Them folks gonna be gone first 2 weeks to 30 days of an event going down. Real talk. And that's gonna be in the millions.
Mm,
Yeah, that's gonna be in the millions. Because again, the sleep, bro, we seeing bombing take place. We've been seeing bombing go on since October
right.
of last year. So I don't know what make Americans think that this place can't be touched. I
Mm-hmm.
don't, because, and I'm gonna tell you why, because it never has happened. But we dealing with countries dealing with a different times are and have changed. So, say for instance, we did the EMP. That's the first strike that Russia has said it would use against the United States, and China has said it. That would be the first thing before any boots on the ground, before a missile, before a gunshot. It's gonna cut the power off. Why?
Yeah.
Because they will destroy themselves inside before we even have to pull up.
Hmm. Let them go
So
to war with each other first, and then we come through and clean up, take pick up the
what
pieces.
whatever's left, and the only thing that will be left is people who prepared, networked, not just prepared, but have networked amongst each other and came up with some sort of contingency plan in the event of. You got people in you got folk out here that don't even have a contingency plan for if they dwelling catch on fire.
Mm, mm, mm,
You ain't planned that far ahead. So yeah, people like that, the fake beards and painted hairlines, and you still trying to keep that bullshit up. Yeah, they're gonna be dead in two weeks to 30 days, bro. They don't even count. They don't even count. Real talk. Because they ain't gonna have a way to feed themselves nor their children. See, because you rather buy clothes than buy cans.
mm-hmm.
You feel what at this day and
To
time
make
again.
sure you had the flyers good. You spent 500-600 dollars on one, bruh. My wife showed me this. And shout out to Katrina in the without Google game. That joint is actually kind of fun and is different. It's different. And you gotta really think about. You gotta think. It was a question on there, and they was asking about a clothing brand, and the clothing brand is called Off White. I don't know shit about this clothing brand Off White. I don't like literally. I don't know nothing about it. So when I got the question, I'm confused in the question. So timer runs out. They give the answer, and I'm like Off White. I ain't never heard no shit like that. So it goes. We go down the line. My wife ends up googling it. It showed me a t-shirt price, bruh. A t-shirt was like $200 and they marked it down for like 50 off or whatever, so it was like 150 and some change or whatever. And I'm like, bro, 150 for a t-shirt? I would have never guessed this clothing brand because I don't even look that. I still buy t-shirts from the gas station, so I know for sure I'm not finna. What, $100 for a t-shirt, bro? And y'all really out here buying your kids this that's gonna grow out of it and not wear it and get it messed up and not even understand the value of why you just spent $100 on his t-shirt? Like, nah, I'm straight. My kids will never get nothing that fancy, that high price. Yeah, I mean, and if they do, it guaranteed is because they really earned it. And that was something that they wanted for themselves. And I was like, all right, you know what? You did right. I'll go ahead and get it for you. But these kids just want it just because they want it. Just because it's $150. Like, nah, that's crazy. I was tripping, B. I said $150 for one shirt? Nah, nah. Got me messed all the way up. You still in here, B? Don't tell me you got kicked out. Is
Yeah,
your
I'm
mic?
still here.
Okay, okay. All right, I already said, did your mic die?
Oh no, no. What I was saying was, uh, when you see behaviors like that, That's a manifestation of arrested development
Mm.
in the parent. See,
Mm.
it's not only the child, it's just being a child. A child want cake in the morning. That's on the parent if the parent give
Give
it
them
to the child.
cake. Yeah.
So it's a reflection of how arrested in the thinking is of a parent that
Mm.
will buy that. Now, you do what you want to do with your money, but at the same time, you can't feed the bird and then when it turns into a bird, act like you don't know why.
Right.
Because what it's a certain appetite that's being fed in terms of spiritually, it's called vanity and pride. And the book say pride come before destruction. See, that's a lot of that's the big problem. And you got a lot of people that are prideful. When you're prideful, you can't change nothing. So again, in 2023, if you choose to pay for 150 for a t-shirt, that's more power to you. But
Mm-hmm.
again, I hope that you can eat that t-shirt some type of way, that you can turn that t-shirt into some type of weapon. God forbid if lights go out and you stuck with what's in your house.
Right.
Yeah, that's a bad that reflects poorly on the parent. The parent is supposed to have enough wisdom to say, no, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, that's you don't really need that. That's a want you don't really need. That will get you something that you need instead of something that you
Um,
want.
and again, what are we so hung? Why are black parents in particular still hung up on what their kids want when the test scores, when the reading levels, the
It's
literacy?
below it's
Yeah,
below
yeah.
average.
Yeah, so what are we doing? We clothing some dump man. Let me come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are
what
we
are,
doing? What are
what
we
are we
doing that?
really doing?
Yeah, when the test scores say that's the last thing we need. That 150 need to be going on a tutor. That 150 need to be going on some type of remedial reading program that'll
Mm,
bring these children up to speed. See, again, that's reflecting on the parents. So
yeah,
yeah, bro, yeah, that right there, that's funny. Again, I bet you, do you got 150 canned goods in your house?
that,
No, I'm just saying, you
nah,
got a
real.
hundred, you got 150 bottles of water, drinking water. You got 15 packs of batteries. You know, you got extension cords.
Hmm.
You, you see what I'm saying? That 150 could be used in so many different ways. But you know, people gonna do what they do, man. I ain't doing no tripping. I'm gonna make sure I'm in a position to step over 'em when they fall.
Right. Oh shit. Hold up.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Ah.
don't know. You real low, bro. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I can barely hear you. It's like after that echo, then I don't know what happened.
All right, mic check.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so why am I hearing myself talk? There we go.